what got you into your field? Like, what made you interested in mathematics? Was there like a
Well, that's
sorry,
so
but like,
interesting.
was there a particular moment in your childhood? Was it like a sequence, like a series of events that led up to it? What was it?
Yeah, that's a good question. Okay, I think I got two moments. Which do you
Let's
want
hear.
first? Do you want elementary school or do you want undergrad?
Let's have it chronological. So let's yeah.
Okay, we'll go chronological. I really put a lot of stock in the elementary school answer because I was in this program when we were in elementary school, and basically 1 hour a week, a bunch of us got together and we just literally solved random logic, math puzzles for a week.
Wow.
And it was so cool for an hour. It was such a cool thing. And I sort of don't like it in the sense that at the time it was referred to as a gifted program, which is a term that I really reject these days and I think is actually quite harmful. But that's what it was called regardless. But really what it just was just a bunch of people just going and just solving problems. And the teacher even tried to get us to be a bit more focused on, doing specific projects, but we just literally just wanted to solve random problems. And so what it meant was that for about 3 years, grades 5 to 7, there was this there's this regular and very authentic time period where you could be doing actual mathematics, not mathematics in like some high level thing, but just trying to solve interesting problems using logic puzzles and all that kind of stuff. And I think that really cemented a love of mathematics, that you enjoyed the sort of problem solving aspect of it. Because often this can be kind of taken away from you when you're in those grades and you're having to do lots of rote memorization and lots of sort of algorithmic procedural fluency type of things. So I thought it was really useful. It also had this sort of weird sense. Our school was similar to having this program, was really focused on the sort of national like math contests that would go on, like they called them like the Pythagoras or the Gauss or things. This would be something that would go in Canada.
Right.
Of course.
And our school was really focused on really teaching to those contests. So for everybody, regardless of what program's in, we would have a second hour on Fridays where you're just doing problems from those contests. And as you can imagine, the school in general, like a lot of people from the school just all did well. And so you had this sort of a sense of accomplishment as well. I mean, now I think of this mainly, which is it's a product of the upbringing that you have, that you would do well. But at the time, it feels really good.
You're talking about Olympiads, right? When you're saying
not the math Olympiad.
So you're not talking about okay, because I was
they're not even
about...
they're not even that good. I mean, I can tell you, I remember screwing up a question because I didn't know how many sides there were on a cube, and went backwards on this. It said 8 instead of 6. Otherwise, I would have done well. But so nothing crazy, because it's like grades 5, grade 6, grade 7 kind of age frame. And then after that, I really stagnated for a long time. So there was this sense that people had said, "You're good at math. Here's your evidence. You went to the school that trained you to do contests. That go off and do these contests." And I enjoyed math, but I was sort of kind of apathetic in high school. And so I had this sort of background liking, but wasn't really engaged in it. So then I went to university, and at university I initially started in computer science. And then I went to physics because I didn't like the computer science that much. And I really thought of myself as a physicist for pretty much all of my undergrad. All of my friends were in physics. I was in physics. But then I started taking the math courses you had to take. And I really, really, really enjoyed it. I think I started, where it first made a difference was taking a group theory course. And this was the first time I was introduced to like definition, theorem, proof style of mathematics. And I just really, really enjoyed it. And so I switched and tried to be a combined math and physics. And then I saw analysis, and you keep on having all these weird connections. Like you'd be in quantum mechanics, and everyone would be totally confused with what's going on in quantum mechanics. You're like, oh, this is just a projection in some infinite dimensional Hilbert space or whatever it would be, right? And you'd see those connections going back and forth. And that took me to the dark side of math. And so I went off to be a mathematician after that.
Wow.